Well, friends, it's kind of a bittersweet day. I'll get to the good news first. The good news is that we have glitches in 1.1.3 again, which is awesome, right? Super sick. But there's sort of a dark side to this, and that's that we weren't supposed to have these glitches yet. So what happened is my favorite community member, BLAINES, someone from his community reached out to the speedrunning Discord via DMs and claimed that, oh, they knew they were trying to keep this private, and I would let, I just want to know how to do the glitch, and then immediately leaked it to BLAINES right after, and then falsely uploaded their own video, gave it to BLAINES, and then BLAINES credited them.
Oh, hi, thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
So I'm not even gonna list that person's name in this video. Instead, I will put some of the speedrunners on the screen that actually know how to do this and are actually the ones who discovered it. They were trying to keep it secret until after home compatibility and everything was out, so that we could have glitches in a world where Pokemon Home and BDSP are connected. But now we just have to hope that Ilka doesn't patch this. So shed a tear for the wonderful future we could have had, where we still had a glitch in the game that worked even past home support. But I guess, you know, there's no reason now that the secret's out. I might as well make a video on what we can do with 1.1.3. Here we go. So how do we activate the menu storage glitch in 1.1.3? Well, the first thing we need to do is fly to our old friend, Celestic Town. And you might know where we're going with this, but we're going to head over to the route to the west of Celestic Town, and we're going to go to this wonderful little strength boulder. This guy right here. So this boulder, in the past, we theorized that it might be able to be used for menu storage and fly storage, but we weren't able to get movement up while doing it. Well, guess what? We still can't do movement, but we can do fly storage. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hover over fly with our Poketch, and then we're gonna press A on the boulder to activate strength. Very important step. And then what I like to do is I like to inch a little closer to the boulder by pressing left. Just make sure I'm as close to the boulder as possible. And then what you do is you step into the boulder and open the Poketch at the same time. So I'm pressing left and R1 at the same time. And you'll see my character took a little step there, and I'm hovered over fly. I'm gonna press A, and then I'm gonna press left. And you heard the boulder move in the background, right? And when the boulder moves, that means you've done the glitch properly. And from here, you can fly just like normally. A, X, and then you make sure you press X during the text box, but before the yes, no pops up. The yes, no needs to happen after the menu, and then you can press A to fly. And then we will be in front of the Pokemon Center with the menu glitch up, and from here, we can do a lot of the stuff we could do before. We can clone, we can do the shiny evolution swap, we can use items without consuming them, and so that's pretty neat. But the thing that we can't do is we can't move. And not being able to move does remove my personal favorite of the glitches, which is using the Move Tutor to teach any move. I have a workaround for that. I absolutely have a workaround for that. It's not perfect, but I'll be showing it off later in this video. So that's the setup, and let's I'll go back and I'll show some of the things that could go wrong. So I did it right in one attempt there, but I just want to make sure that you guys are aware of, like, you know, what happens when you do it wrong. So if I come to the boulder again, activate strength, R to bring the menu up, I'm still hovered over fly, R and left at the same time, A to fly. And then sometimes you hit left and the boulder doesn't move. That means you didn't get the timing right. So you just come back to here, make sure you're still hovered over fly, left and A, or left and R1, A on fly, and that time the boulder moves. So it's a little, you know, it's not 100% consistent, but it's pretty consistent, right? It's pretty consistent. We can go to the other side of the boulder. I like this side of the boulder because, see, you can kind of get real close to the boulder there. And then from here, you can do the same thing, right and R1. Oh, and see, if you do it too slowly, like if you press R1 and right, like at the same time, but you don't do it like quite at the same time, it'll push the boulder and the poke etch won't open properly. So you got to make sure that you get it just right. Like that's not correct. That's not correct, and the other one wasn't correct. You need to. Oh, see, it's not. Ooh, oh, see, it's not perfect. It's not perfect. That time it worked. So, I mean, in general, as long as you're pressing R1 and the direction to move the boulder at the same time, about 1 in 3 times you'll get it correct, and then you'll hear the boulder move as you go into the fly menu, and then once you hear that boulder move, you can do fly storage just like before. So that's the setup, and now we'll get into the individual glitches that you can still perform using menu storage. So the first glitch, and probably the most important, is cloning, right? And thankfully cloning is fully functional. So once we have the menu storage activated, we will go into Pokemon and then R into boxes. And here I have this box full of Torchics that have rare candies. I'm gonna hit A on one of the Torchics and hover over check summary. Open up a second layer of menus. Go back into boxes, and then we're gonna grab all these Torchics. I'm gonna go down to the box list. I'm gonna move them to an empty box. Press B, press B, press B, press B. Check the summary. Press B again. And now we should have 2 boxes with Torchics with rare candies in them. And indeed we do. And that actually opened up my next layer of empty boxes. So that's nice. And then from there, you could actually clone them all again, right? So then I could just A, check summary, X, open up the menu, Pokemon, R to boxes, grab those Torchics, and I could plop them into one of the new boxes. B, 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 check the summary. And that's an important step, don't forget that. That's what kind of lets it set. And then there we go. See, I still have the Torchics there, and I have the Torchics here. So that's pretty cool. So the next thing you might want to do is pull the items off the Pokemon without actually getting them off the Pokemon. And that's a really, really nice, useful glitch. So I'm going to go to that box from before where we just moved these Torchics. I'm going to hover over one of the Torchics, and I'm going to go back to check summary. X to open the second layer of menus. Pokemon. R to open the boxes. And then we'll go to that box again. And then now I can press X to change to held items, and see there are my rare candies. And I can just grab those and put them in my bag. And those are going into the bag. And we'll grab all of these. Fortunately, there's no fast way to do this part. I wish there was, but there's just not. All right, so we've pulled all the rare candies off. And now we can just press B, press B, press B, check the summary, very important, press B, and then the box sort of retroactively updates and they have their rare candies back. So that's another very useful thing of the glitch. You can pull items off Pokemon without having to actually take them off the Pokemon. So you don't have to clone 30 boxes full of guys with rare candies. You can just clone 1 box full of guys with rare candies and pull them off 30 at a time. Very cool. But there's actually no reason to have that many rare candies. And that's how we'll get into glitch demonstration number 3. So for this one, this next glitch, we're gonna use those items without consuming them. So I'm gonna go to the bag and I'm gonna go to my rare candies here. So you see I have 18 rare candies here. And I wanna use them on this Rotom without actually consuming them. And so I can actually just, you know, go to the rare candies, use this item, go to the Rotom, use all 18 of them. I can skip all that. See, he's now level 30. Now, as long as I don't leave this screen, they aren't actually consumed. And so now I can open up another layer of the menus, hit save. And then when I reset the game, Rotom will be level 30, but I'll still have the 18 rare candies, which is pretty cool. This also works for TMs. So if you want to teach a Pokemon a TM but not actually consume the TM, you can do this. So that's pretty nice. Man, it's a long loading screen. And see, we're back in Celestic Town. I go to my bag. Rotom is level 30, but I still have 18 rare candies. So that's super useful. So you might be thinking, hey, you know, I've just cloned all these Pokemon. How do I release all these Pokemon after I'm done? Like, I don't want to have my boxes full of garbage. Well, you actually can still do that. You might think that you'd not be able to do it. And the reason you might think you're not able to do it is because if you go into the boxes here and you try to press Y to go over to multi-select, the Union Room menu opens up. And this makes it difficult because, see, it doesn't switch over to the selection tool that allows you to pick up multiple Pokemon. So that would be a problem, but we actually have a way to go inside the Pokemon Center while keeping menu storage stored. And I'm going to show you how to do that now. So what we have to do is, while we have menu storage up, we're going to go to Pokemon. We're going to go to, say, one of our Pokemon and go to check summary. And then we have to press two buttons at once here. So there's A for held item, right? Pressing A takes us to this held item menu. And we're going to press Y to open the Union Room menu at the same time, like this. And then we're going to press B and B. Oh, no, it didn't work that time. If you do it correctly, it'll take you back to the main, back to the main screen, and you'll think that menu storage is gone for good. There we go. That's how you know you've done it correctly. So I actually do it A and then Y a little bit after each other. And so we're walking around and you're like, man, that's weird. What do you mean it's working? Well, if we walk inside the Pokemon Center, it causes a screen refresh. The screen turns blue like that, and boom. We have menu storage up inside. And now that menu storage is up inside, we can use the Y button freely to switch between the different tools. So now to do mass release, what we need to do is we need to pick up all of these Torchics. You need to have one box full of Pokemon, so you can think of these as your erasers. You're going to pick them up and you're going to hover them over an empty box, right? And then we're going to open up a second layer of menus, go to Pokemon, boxes, and then we're going to grab another set of Pokemon we want to mass release. So I'm going to mass release these Togepis. I'm going to pick those Togepis up, head down to the box list. I'm going to drop them in that box that I'm hovered over, place them in there, head back here, press B, plop them down. And now, I got stuck in the menu, so I have to press X and then B to get back here, and then back in, and now I have full movement again. And you'll see the Togepis are gone and the Torchics have moved. So that's mass release. You need to make sure you do that little Union Room activation to be able to get in here, and I'll show that one more time just so you can see how that works. And so just to demonstrate it one more time, in order to get inside the Pokemon Center with menu storage up, go to Pokemon, we go to our Pokemon, we go to check summary, and then we're going to hit A to go to held item, and then we're going to hit Y kind of after it. So listen to the way I say it. A, Y. Then we're going to hit B. Oh, I messed it up that time. See, it didn't open. So I'm going to try it again. A, Y. There we go. I think we got it. And then when we hit B, we'll be back here and we can move around. And then as soon as we walk in, the screen will go blue. It'll freak out. And so the menu was stored. We hit B, and we're back to the base menu state, and we're inside the Pokemon Center. Okay, so now that we're in the Pokemon Center, I'm going to show off another glitch that is a hugely popular one, and that's evolving a Pokemon into a shiny using the swap evolution glitch. So I've got this Charmeleon in the front of my party here. And then in my boxes, I'm going to switch to a box where I have a shiny Pokemon in the top left space. So in this case, it is my Combuskin. So I'm going to take this shiny Combuskin and I'm going to swap it into the place of the Charmeleon, and I'm essentially going to evolve this Combuskin, this shiny Combuskin, into a shiny Charizard. And so how that's going to work is I'm going to get out here to the base menu. I'm going to go to the bag. I'm going to go over to the rare candies, and I'm going to use one on my Charmeleon, knowing that this will get him to a level where he will evolve. We're going to resolve the red numbers, and then we're going to hit A here. We're going to wait for a second, and then we're going to press X. And so now Charmeleon's about to evolve, but the menu is up behind here, and we're hovered over bag because that's the place that we were on. So then I'm going to hit left to go over to Pokemon, A, and the screen will flash like it'll kind of lighten up there, and then we're gonna hit R to open the boxes. And we're hovering over that Combuskin right now. We're gonna hit Y to go to swap Pokemon. We're gonna pick up the Combuskin. We're gonna hit left to go over to the Charmeleon, and we're gonna hit A to swap. So now we've swapped the Combuskin into Charmeleon's place, and now Combuskin is gonna evolve into a Charizard. We're gonna hit B. We're gonna hit B, and then when you see that a lot of whatever your swarm Pokemon has popped up, you can hit A to start the evolution. And there we go. We have a Charizard, except our Charizard evolved into a Pidgey. We're gonna hit B here. And I didn't have him in my Pokedex, so I'm gonna hit A here, B here, B here. And it looks like we froze the game, but we have the Charizard. So from here we can actually, oh no, we're totally frozen. So I actually needed to press A when he evolved because I didn't have him in the Pokedex. Basically, if you press B too soon and you don't allow all of the extra dialogues to complete, it'll freeze. And so I'm gonna do this again, and I will show you how to, I'll get to this point again and I'll show you what I should have done. So I just wanted to show this part off before I do it. So this is what's happening behind the scenes while the Charmeleon evolution screen is up, right? So you've just hit Pokemon behind the screen. Actually, we can even do it from here. So we're looking, imagine that this menu is up behind the Charmeleon and we're hovered over bag, right? So I go left to go to Pokemon, A to open it up, R to go into boxes, and see I'm hovered over Combuskin. I hit Y to go to swap, I hit A to pick him up, I hit left to go to Charmeleon, I hit A to swap him in, and then I hit B. And that's what's happening behind that menu. Okay, so I'm back to this point again. My blank evolved into a Pidgey. I'm gonna hit A here, A here, A here, and then I can hit B. Charizard learn Air Slash, A. I'm gonna hit A again, B, 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 and I'm out. I'm out. We have a shiny Charizard, level 1, and a Safari Ball that knows Absorb, Hypnosis, Double Kick, and Air Slash. And so a fun little piece of that bit is that you'll notice that swapping a Pokemon in during an evolution passes all of its moves over to that Pokemon. And because of this, we can now still do our teach any Pokemon to any move glitch. It's just a little more difficult. And I think I'm gonna do a second video on the methods for doing that. So look forward to the next video. I'll show you how to make some fun Battle Tower glitch mons using Evolution Swap rather than the Move Tutor, because we can no longer move around with the menu up thanks to the things that Ilka has done to stop us from moving. And hopefully there is no patch that removes this, but it's not looking good. I really wish that BLAINES hadn't screwed this up for us and released this information before the speedrunning community wanted it to be released. I thought it was a really good idea to keep this glitch under wraps until home support was out, because that would allow us to do a lot of fun things with our Pokemon from previous games. And now it's just not going to be possible if they patch it one more time. So have fun with the glitches. Hopefully they stay. This is a slightly more niche version of the glitch. Maybe it's not going to be as easy for them to patch. Maybe they don't care anymore because Legends Arceus is coming out. But seeing as the game doesn't actually have any new content yet because all they've done is patch glitches, I am not optimistic. So in the meantime, everybody on 1.13, go stop auto updates. If they release a 1.1.4 that patches this glitch, don't fall victim to it, because otherwise you'll never be able to do glitches again. I really don't think there's going to be another opening. The glitch community seems very unoptimistic about there being another version of this. So enjoy it while you can. I'll see you in the next video with teaching any move using the Evo Swap glitch. Peace.
This boy BLAINES, he a whole ass clown. Had to get the boys together and we bringing them down a notch in your belt just to stack the wealth. Another G Max shiny using doo-doo to help. What did you do when it came to making content that you knew was stealing shit from others? Yeah, it's too true. You've been getting compensated off the backs of the work of a dedicated few. Fuck you.